Okay, August 1st, we're about mid-session here in the trading day. It's Monday. And we're just going to do a little bit of a recap, see where we would have went right or would have went wrong in our analysis from this morning. So let's just jump right into the chart. So we've got the 2-hour up, and that divergence is really starting to show up now. Whether it be this 3 data points or the other, we are getting a little bit of a divergence up near that 225, and buyers tried to stretch up to the 325, and I wasn't comfortable being a buyer up here. But on the shorter time frames or the lower time frame chart, we did see a move by the bulls. So just taking a look, I like to use this trusty tool here to just draw on my chart. I think that this is a pretty darn good looking divergence. I'd like to see this obviously break into the 125 again, but still staying above the volume weighted average prices here. But these divergences have really served me in the past to really indicate where the market direction is going. I trust it on the 2-hour for the NASDAQ. It doesn't always produce the same results in other markets, but these divergences have been really helpful in the past in identifying which direction the market wants to go. So we are getting a little bit of a breakdown here, and in the previous video I didn't note this, and I didn't say this. The indicator from Sunday night into Monday, we usually have to wait for a little bit of information for it to start producing the results that we're looking for. So we didn't get any movement here in the overnight session, but it really starts to get a little bit more accurate in the divergences as we get more data in moving into a Sunday night and into a Monday on the actual trading session. So we've got that 2-hour divergence is present. So I feel like maybe in the next couple of days, maybe in the next 2 trading sessions, this could start to break down a little bit. And here's what I'm starting to see on the lower time frames too. So buyers did come and defend that 5 DMA, and it looks like they defended it again here. But with the way that price action is shifting here, I feel like this channel is starting to break down a little bit, and that we could start to see a little bit of retracing. So maybe the mentality here changes from a buy here to a cautious buyer right now. That control price looked like it was pretty darn good. This channel looks like it is drawn properly, and it's effective. So let's take a look. So 325, always a troublesome area, I feel, at least as far as volatility goes, to be a buyer up near the 3.25. Okay, so we're starting to shift, I feel like, price, even though we're penetrating the highs here, I feel like the chart is starting to move in a different direction, and now we're pestering that 3.25 deviation from the control price. I'm sorry, the 2.25 deviation from the control price. That's inaccurate. That was the 325. So here's your 125, here's your 225, and here's your 325. So we're starting to pester that 325, which makes me think that we're going to start getting a little bit of price retrace here. Not much for Fibonacci. Or you're using Fibonacci retracements, but sometimes I like to throw those on there just to see where we are. So from this pivot, if that's the high, if you're a fib tool kind of person, then I would monitor a breakdown. Like I said, I don't use it very much, but it's just one of those things that's nice to have to see where price action is going to retrace to. I don't hold a lot of stock in it, but we might start to put one of those on here just to see how far it goes down. So let's take a look here. Let's just recap. So yeah, having trouble breaking back into that 125. So we were briefly broke back into the channel. This very minor uptrend, because it's only a 10-minute chart, but I like to put these on here for a little bit of chart structure. But look like having some difficulty around the control price. this might start to look like now it's finally going to start to break down a little bit, might start to retrace a little bit as sellers start to get a little bit more aggressive in the market. And we'll look for a breakdown and a penetration of the 5 DMA and a flip. So flipping the 5 DMA is something that I monitor. So here's the last time we flipped on this leg up, and it looks like we found support on it. So we'll look for the same or something similar to happen to validate the short side argument. And here we go here with the 5 DMA. We penetrated that 5 DMA, flipped it, and then we buyers couldn't regain control of that 5 DMA. But looking back even further, when we start to flip that 5 DMA, that gives me a little bit more confidence and confirmation that that the market is going in a different direction. So here's support along that 5 DMA again. And I've said this probably countless times in my other videos. The 5 DMA is not something that I came up with. It's not my original thought process to throw a 5 DMA on these charts. It came from a book, Technical Analysis Using Multiple Time Frames. It's a Brian Shannon thing. I use his volume weighted average price and his 5 DMA approach to price action. So here's that test again. Flipping that 5 DMA is really helpful at getting a sense of direction in the market. So, and here's that last kind of top that we were distribution type top what we saw, and we flipped that 5 DMA again. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, a flip of that 5 DMA. It looks like buyers are being stubborn here, and they're still defending the 5. So I'm cautious as a buyer up here. Cautious as a buyer. I'm also cautious as a seller, but this could start to top out a little bit and or start to slow at least. And what I'm paying attention to really, and what I'm holding stock in is that 2-hour chart, just because of the amount of time that I've spent staring at this indicator on the 2-hour with the NASDAQ has been really helpful. So I'm always very cautious. I'm always looking for a short position up near the 325 and the 225 with a deviation present, and that deviation is starting to come in now. So I'm going to be monitoring this for the next few days, but this looks like a really good divergence. Okay, thanks for tuning in on the midday recap, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Discord channel or Discord server is listed in the description, so come and join us if you want to join the discussion and speculate with us. We always appreciate it.